Starman here. I want you to take a good look at the DHV Magellan. Her main cannons are operational, and it's all thanks to you. Contact us whenever you require fire support, and we'll be sure to oblige.
Did you take a look at that post from the Southern Environmental Observatory on the SSS? It seems ghost mechs are active in their local region, and the tar currents there are still in a rather chaotic state. This is Higgs's doing, all in service to a greater plan. We shouldn't underestimate. Let's take care on our way to Hartman's lab. Getting to Hartman's lab will require us to cover considerable distance, Sam. But there are things that can help us get there faster. Highways, zip lines, you name it. This journey is a major undertaking, so let's plan carefully and take advantage of everything that's available.
You mind?
Yeah! You know, it might be prudent to lay the groundwork for future travel. If you were to build structures and roads between Hartman's lab and the F7 North Distribution Center, it would make life easier for your future self. I sincerely hope you understand, Sam. Fragile never stopped thinking about how all of this was affecting you. Whenever you weren't around or were asleep, Fragile approached me to see how you were holding up under the strain. She wanted to know how often you talked to Lou in the pond, how much everything weighed on your mind, if you ever thought about what happened. She had faith that you would one day come to accept the reality of your situation. It wasn't just for your sake. Fragile needed you too.
What's that?
We're outside chiral network coverage. If we come across any cargo marked for people living in this region, delivering it might make them more amenable to getting connected.
Hello, and welcome to my humble abode. You must be a porter. Ah, of course. You've brought a delivery for me. Excellent. I'll assess its condition right away. I really didn't think I'd ever see this cargo. You've filled my heart with joy today. You are special. Of that I have no doubt. A Cupid? Ah, so that's why you and Drawbridge are out here. Very well, please. Connect me to your network. Now displaying your current porter grade. What a fascinating experience, this chiral network. Like nothing I've ever seen before. I'm a tar therapist, by the way. I heal people and fix natural anomalies with methods rooted in my own independent study of tar. My theories have other applications too, such as one relating to the golden hunters, which emerge from the currents. You see, I believe they can be launched from the DHV Magellan's cannons to render aid. To avail yourself of their services, you would need only request fire support from the vessel. And when deployed against human belligerents in this fashion, the golden hunters utilize tar to hinder and entrap their prey. But be warned that you can only call upon them within network coverage, and use them wisely, okay? tar is not only intrinsically entwined with the other side, but also exerts an influence on human health and other natural phenomena. If applied correctly, we can use it to resolve all manner of physical and mental imbalances. I've begun putting my theories into practice here. You can learn all about it by reading the corpus. Oh, yes. You've met the Phantom Smith already, haven't you? He's one of the few who truly grasps what I'm trying to accomplish here. With his continued support and the aid of the chiral network, I firmly believe I can develop even better applications. As you may know, all manner of hunters dwell within the tar currents. When golden hunters are alerted to the presence of humans, they attempt to bind them with tar and ferry them to the other side. I ran a few simulations with APAS which have already produced results. The power of the network is unmatched, isn't it? Anyway, they confirm that the DHV Magellan should be able to summon golden hunters and launch them with its auxiliary cannon. To do so with acceptable accuracy requires network coverage, so this won't always be an option. But consider deploying them against human enemies if you can. There's zero risk of triggering a void out, so no need to hold back. Thank you for taking the time to come see me. Do visit again. I'll be waiting for you.
Order completed. Well done.
Let's go.
Doing well.
You're mine.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Once again, Sam, I'm sorry we couldn't bring you straight here on the DHV Magellan. That was one hell of a trip, and you must be absolutely knackered. Be sure to take as long as you need to rest before tackling more work, all right? For my part, I'll have a crack at assessing several potential routes for your next main order. We can discuss them when we take a look at the map later on. As for the cargo, I'll let Charlie tell you all about it.
Sam, this is Charlie. Network infrastructure between the Southern Environmental Observatory and Terminal Fort Knott has been disabled for reasons unknown, though we strongly suspect Ghostmech's sabotage is to blame. To address this, we've decided to reroute network traffic through the F7 North Distribution Center. However, the distance is too great for us to establish a direct connection at this time. That being the case, we'll need to utilize the way stations situated between the two sites. The device required to activate them is stored at this facility. Collect it before embarking on your journey to the distribution center. You know what to do, Sam. We'll rendezvous on site later.
Listen up, Sam. The F7 North Distribution Center is a long ways away. And by my reckoning, there's a number of different viable routes. The shortest, most direct path would involve you cutting through the snowy mountains, a dangerous proposition to say the least. You might find zip lines, ladders, and other structures en route to make your life a little easier. But without those conveniences, you'll need to make that deadly trek the hard way. If you're still keen, make sure you pack all the mountain climbing essentials and then some. Alternatively, you could forego the mountain route and circle round to take advantage of the roads to the east. Though if they're still in disrepair, or there aren't any bridges or other structures available, you'll need to come prepared to put in some work. Finally, heading west around the mountains would mean retracing your steps and going back the way you came. A fair few porters have already made use of that route since you paved the way. I imagine you'll find it easier going than the first time through. That route will also bring you close to the monorail. Get it up and running, and you can catch a ride too. Ultimately though, the route you take and the methods you utilize are entirely up to you. So take a moment to weigh your options and prepare as you deem fit.
Order accepted. Thank you.